morning all. My name is B. Santhosh Kumar, Assistant Professor, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. My subject is Computer Architecture. Today I am discussing about simple computer levels of programming languages. So, what are the computer programming languages? So, there are various levels of programming languages out there and how they are related to each other and how they are converted to a form that can be executed by a microprocessor. So, here, what are the human languages are there? Human language is commonly used to express feeling and understanding other person expression. It can be oral or gesture kind of communication. So in the computer language, how many levels of computer languages are there? What are the levels are there? So we can discuss this one. And what are the various levels of programming and how they are related to each other and how they are converted to a form. And human languages means commonly used to express feeling and understand other person expression. It can be oral or gesture kind of communication. It is about the human language. But computer programming languages are divided into three categories: high level language, assembly language, and machine level language. So these are the three types of programming languages are there. So first one is a high level language. So we will discuss these three. But here it is a block diagram of computer programming languages. First level is a hardware is there. After then machine language, assembly language, high level language. So here Fortran, C, Pascal and visual languages are there. So these are about the block diagram. So these are the types of languages. So assembly language is converting to the machine language. High level language is also converting to the machine language. So computer can understand machine language. So which language you are using? If the user can use high level language or assembly language, so what it may be, high level language if you are using or assembly level if you are using, we have to convert to the machine level. So these high level and assembly levels are converting to the machine level language. So this machine level language, assembly is converting to the machine, high level also converting to the machine language. So it is about the hardware, okay, computer hardware. So what are the high level languages are there? Example, I am taking C, Pascal, Java, .NET and visual languages. These are about the high level languages. Okay, so these languages are called high level languages. Then these are converting to the machine level. Or if I am taking assembly language, then also it is converted to the machine language. Okay, so high level language, assembly language and machine level language. So high level language. Languages with the highest level of abstraction are collectively referred to as high level languages. High level languages are platform independent. The same program code can be converted and run on computers with different microprocessors and operating systems without modifications. And languages such as Python, C++, Java and Fortran are high level languages. Okay, so I am talking about here high level languages. So how high level languages are converting to the machine language and what are the high level languages? Okay, so languages with the highest level of abstractions are collectively referred to as high level language. Okay, and these are the platform independent, not a platform dependent. These are the platform independent. So there are different languages are there. Those are platform independent means any of the code we have to write in your words, in your own words. Okay, that is a platform independent. So the same program code can be converted and run in the computer with different microprocessors and operating system without modification. Okay, first you have to write a program and you have to run this program in a computer. Okay, then we are going for the execution. Okay, so when we will get the output of execution, you can write your program in the Python, in the C++, in the Java or in the Fortran, any of the language you can write. Suppose I am taking addition of two numbers. You can write this addition of two numbers in C++, in Python, in Java and Fortran, any of the language you can write. But what is the concept means? Addition of two numbers. Okay, so these different languages, addition of two numbers means I am taking the different languages, I am converting to the high level language, converting to the computer understanding language, that is a machine level language. So these high level languages I am calling as a platform independent. So These platform independent means you can write your own program in your own language. Okay, that is a Python, C++, Java. These are some examples of this one. Okay, these programs are you can run in the computer and you can execute and you can get the output. Okay, but you can write what is your understanding language. User understanding language is a high level language. Next one is a assembly language or much lower level of abstraction. Compared to high level, it is somewhat lower level of abstraction. Each processor has its own assembly language. A company that develops microprocessors will usually design new microprocessor so that they are backward compatibility with its previous microprocessors. Example, I am taking Pentium 3 microprocessor. Okay, so assembly language means it is a low level language. High level language after then it is a assembly language. It is a low level abstraction. Each processor has its own assembly language. If you are taking any processor, suppose I am taking Pentium 3, so you can further this Pentium 3 you can write the program in your own language. This is a assembly language. Okay, so suppose I am taking Pentium 3. So for this Pentium 3 understanding language, assembly language. If I am taking Pentium 2, so that is a different language. Each processor has own assembly language. Okay, so I am taking as a Pentium 1, Pentium 2 or Pentium 3. Okay, depends on your processor. Maybe the language will be changed. But how we are changing the language means depend on your processor. Depends on processor. So depends on the processor. Maybe the assembly language will be changed. So I am taking Pentium 3. Maybe somewhat the assembly language is there. If I am going for the Pentium 2 or Pentium 4, maybe the assembly language will be changed partially. So depends on your processor using the assembly language will be changed. But it is our own microprocessor language. But a company that develops microprocessor will usually design a new microprocessor so that they are backward compatibility with each previous microprocessor. Okay, so any of the assembly language it will be dependent on your previous microprocessor or your processor. Using the processor, maybe the assembly language will be changed. So it is about the assembly language. Another one is a machine language. The lowest level of programming language are machine level language. These languages contain the binary values that cause the microprocessor to perform certain operations. When microprocessor reads and executes an instruction, it is a machine language instruction, and the programmers do not write programs in machine language. Rather, programs written in a high level language or assembly language or converted to machine level language, which is then executed by the microprocessor. Okay, so the lowest level of first one, what is the highest level means high level language I am taking. After the lowest level language is a assembly language. After the lowest language is a machine level language. So the lowest level of programming languages are machine level languages. These languages contain the binary values that cause the microprocessors to perform certain operations. So when the microprocessor reads and executes an instruction, it is a machine level language. Okay, so microprocessor language is an assembly language, but microprocessor reads and executes an instruction, it is a machine level languages. Okay, so the programmers do not write programs in machine language. Rather, programs written in a high level language or assembly language are converted to a machine language, which is then executed by the microprocessor. Okay, first high level language is there. Okay, it is converted. Okay, no problem. But after then, if I am using assembly language, okay, so microprocessor reads and executes the instruction. Okay, assembly language I am taking as some instruction. I am taking the instruction. It is a machine level language. Okay, assembly language is converting to the machine language through the instructions. Okay, so machine language can understand through the instructions only it can understand. So programmers do not write programs in machine language. Okay, as a user, I am not using machine language. Just I am using instructions. If I am using a programming in a high level, or if I am using an instruction in assembly language, automatically it is converting to the binary. Binary means machine level language. Okay, it is understanding only binary level languages only. So if you are using high level, if you are using assembly level, whatever may be, these languages are converted to the binary level, means machine level. But the user will manually not convert into the machine language. Automatically these are converting. So these high level languages are assembly language are converted to a machine language, which is then executed by the microprocessor. So compiling and assembling the programming. Once a programmer has written a program in high level or assembly language, the program must be converted to the machine code. So high level languages programs are compiled and assembly language programs are assembled. So compiling and assembling the program. Suppose I wrote a one program. This program I have to run. Run means it is a compiling. Okay, run, compile, and execution. So compiling and execution is there. How compiling in assembly language? Compiling and assembly programs. Once a program has written a program in high level or assembly language, the program must be converted to the machine language. This program, while in running, when you are running or when you are compiling, then in this between the compiling and execution, between the compiling and execution, between the compiling and execution, what is the process means? We are converting to the machine level language. Means binary. Converting into the binary. So high level language programs are compiled, assembly level programs are assembled. Okay, when you are compiling, it is here I wrote one compiling. So compiling are always high level languages. Okay, so assembled are the assembly languages. Okay, these are very important. Why I am taking high level and assembly level means high level also compiled, then converting to the machine language. Assembly languages are first assembled, after then it is converting to the machine language. It is the about a compiling of assembly language. Okay, so compiling and executing through the machine language. When I am going for the low level language or assembly language, assembly languages are assembling or compiling, then only converting to the machine language. Okay, so compiling the programs. A program that changes source code, high level language, to object code, machine level language, equivalent to the source code, which that can be executed by a machine, checks the syntax of a program and checks all the programs at a time. So primary reasons for compiling source code is to create an executable program. Examples of compiler based languages are C, C++ and Java. So how we are compiling? What is a compiling program? A program that changes source code. Suppose I wrote one program, I have to change the source code to the object code. Means source code to object code means my source code is a assembly language or high level language. Converting to the machine language means object code. So source code is converting to the object code. Means your high level or low level language is converting to the machine level language. Okay, which that can be executed by a machine. Okay, when you are converting to the object code, then only it is converted to the machine language. That means checks the syntax of the program and checks all the program at a time. Primary reason for compiling source code is to create an executable program. So what are the examples of these compiled based on C, C++, Java and etc. Python like this. Okay, so these are the compiling programs. So how we are compiling this one? First, source code means high level language. This high level language I am compiling. After then converting the machine code. After then only I will get the output. Already we there high level languages are compiled. So high level languages are compiled. So source code means high level language. I am taking this one as a high level language. It is a compiler means compiling. After the compilation it is converting to the machine code. Compiler means immediately it is converting the machine code. Then only it is executing the output. When the code is in machine code, then only it is executed. Then we will get the output. So a program written in a high level language is input to a compiler. The compiler checks to make sure every statement in the program is valid, the syntax error checks. So when a program has no syntax error, the compiler finishes compiling the program, the source code, and generates the objective code file. The objective code is a machine language equivalent of the source code. So a program written in a high level language into the compiler. Okay. Suppose I wrote a program in high level language. Okay. So the compiler checks. High level means always it is compiling. So compiler is what compiler do? So compiler checks the make sure every statement, every line of the program. Suppose I read the 20 lines of the program of high level, every line it will be checks. It sure every statement in the program is valid, and syntax error checks. Is there any error in the program? Then suppose line 1 or line 12 is error. So what is the error? Syntax error means it will show the which type of error is there. It will be showing off each line. Okay, it will check the each line. Is it any error? It will be showing as a line 12. What is the error? It is called syntax error. Okay. If a program has no syntax error, means there is no errors, means errors are 0. Errors are 0. Or it is showing as a 0 errors. Means no errors means no syntax errors. The compiler finishes. Means no errors means automatically it will compiling and executing through the machine language. So when no errors are there, if errors are there, it will be not execute. It will show the how many errors are there. It will be show. So if there is no errors means it is converting to the source code to the objective file, and it is converting to the source code to objective code. Then source code to means high level language to machine level language. Then it is executing and it is showing the output. The objective code is the machine language equivalent to the source code. So when the output is converted to the machine language to the output, then only we'll get the output. So source code, execution, then in the execution, what is converting? Source code is converted to the object code. So when we are compiling, so high level is compiling, execution, then objective code is there. After the we will get the output. So when we will get the output means objective code is nothing but a machine language. So high level means source code converting to the objective code. How it is converting means compiling and execution. So if there is no errors, then only it will be executing. No errors means execution. So machine language, high level to machine language, source code to object code, then only we'll get the output. So source program, that is the input. So compiler means we are compiling, objective file, link editor, program file, loader, operating system executes the program. Okay, input I am taking as a high level language. So compiler means compiling, objective file, object obj dot, some already we discussed. Objective file means object file is nothing but a high level language code, then link editor, program file, then loader. Loader means I'm getting the, here I'm getting the source code to object file. Here it is a source file or source code to object code. Loader means I'm getting to the output. That is the operating system executes the program. At this point, the program has been compiled successfully, but it is not yet ready for the execution. Some programs use the object code of the programs in addition to their own. A linker combines your object code with any of the required object code. This combination code is stored in the executable file. It is actually the code with the file that the computer runs. A loader compiles an executable file in the memory. The microprocessor then runs the machine code contained in the file. So when I'm going for this one, source code, this source code converting to the object file. So this program is converting to the source file. this source file is compiler and executing through the link editor. So in the program file, it is converting to the object file, that is a machine level language. Then only loader means it is converting to the machine language, then only get the output. Okay, that is about this one. And assembly programs, assembling the source code into an object file, linking the object file with other modules or libraries into an executable program, loading the program into memory, running the program. So it is a process of assembling program. So first means, what is meant assembly means source code. My source code is a assembly code. Assembly language is a source code. Linking the object file with other modules, libraries into executable file. It is going to be executable. Then loading the program into the memory. So it is loading to the memory means converting to the machine language. Then running the program. Running the program means machine language is running. Then only I will get the output. Finally get the output. It is a process of assembly program. So assembly language program, assembler means assembling. Then object machine language module, and here library written machine language, and linker machine language program, load memory. Okay, it is a process of assembly process. First input is the assembly language, converting to the machine language, linker and executable of machine language program, loader means converting to the binary, and the memory to the output finally. So these are about the references. So in the simple computer level programming language, various levels of programming language. How many various levels means? High level language, and machine language. So these are the various levels of languages, how they are related to each other, high level to machine and assembly to machine, how they are converting to the executable processor means dot executable file, object file to the executable file, and human language, what is a human language and how we are converting to the machine language. So in the programming language, high level language, assembly language and machine language. Okay, in the hardware, first one is a high level language means C, Pascal, Fortran and Java. These are the high level languages converting to the machine, and assembly language also converting to the machine language. So high level languages are the highest level of abstraction of collectively referred to as high level, and high level languages are the platform independent. The same program code can be converted and run on computer with different microprocessors and operating system without the modifications. And the languages are Python, Java, C++, Fortran. These are the high level languages. So what are the assembly languages means? Are not much lower level of abstraction. Each processor has its own assembly language, and a company that develops a microprocessor will usually design new microprocessor with backward compatibility with each previous microprocessor. So depends on your Pentium 1 or Pentium 2 or Pentium 3, depends on your processor, maybe the assembly language will be changed. So machine languages are the system understanding or computer understanding language. So the lowest level of programming languages are the machine languages. These languages converting the binary values that cause the microprocessor to perform certain operations. When microprocessor reads and executes the instruction in the machine language instruction, and we are high level are converting to the machine language through with the executable file, and how we are compiling and assembling the programs. Once a program is written, a program in high level language, we are converting to the machine code. How means high level languages are compiled and assembly languages are assembled. So then we are converting to the machine language. Then only we are converting to the machine language. So compiling the program means how we are compiling means first object file means high level languages are converting to the executable files. Then only check the syntax program. So a program that change in the source code means high level program, and object code means machine language. So check the syntax of the program. checks all the programs at a time, and the primary reason for compiling source code is to create an executable program. So what are the examples of compiling programs or high level languages? C, C++, Java. It is a process of the compilation process. First one is a source code, means high level language. Then we are going for the compilation, means converting to the machine language. After the machine code, we'll go for the output of this one. So a program written in a high level language is input to a compiler. The compiler checks to make sure every statement in the program has valid and syntax error is there. Then we will not go for the execution. If there is no errors, then it is go for the execution of the program. Okay. So source code is converting to the object code. High level is converting to the machine language. If there are no syntax errors, then only it will go for the output. So it is an example of executable file of the executable program. Source program, it is going for the compilation. Then only object file, link editor, program file, loader. So when we are successfully wrote the program, then we are executing, then we are going for the object file, then only we are getting for the executable file. So it is converting to the processor, through the processor to the machine language, then get the output. So assembly programs, assembling the source code into an object file, linking the object file with other modules or libraries into an executable program, loading the program into memory, running the program. So always assembly programs are source code. So these source code are converting to the object file or object code. So assembly language is converting to the assembler through the machine language module or library routine or machine language to the linker, and after the linker, machine language programs are nothing but a object coding, then loader, then memory. So it is about the simple computer programming levels. Okay, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.